Welcome to Name Check with Michael Riedel of the New York Post. I'm already laughing because we have a very, very funny comedian and actor with us today. Judah Friedlander is my guest, and we also are joined by Stephanie Smith from Page Six. And Stephanie, what are you going to talk about for us today? Give us a little sizzle of the gossip you've got.
Sizzle, a little scoop. Well, yeah. Coming up this week, we are talking about 3 hot summer hookups that are going on.
Whoa, well, all right. Well, listen, the 4th hot summer hookup is Michael Riedel and Judah Friedlander. Welcome to Name Check, Judah.
It's pretty hot stuff.
I've been waiting for this for a long time, man. Yep. It's good to see you.
Oh, cool.
Judah is one of the stars of the very popular series 30 Rock. He also is the author of the book How to Beat Up Anybody, an instructional and inspirational karate book. Now, Judah, I would imagine that this comes in handy working with Alec Baldwin on 30 Rock, right? Have you ever beaten up Alec Baldwin?
No, I've never had to do that. I'm actually, the main reason that's at 30 Rock is for security purposes.
So you're protecting Alec from Elaine Stritch?
Just to bring in sex appeal for ratings, and then general security for just the whole venue where we film.
Have you had to beat up anybody on the show at all?
No, people are pretty friendly. They don't really have karate skills.
Right. Now tell me about 30 Rock. How did you land on 30 Rock?
The normal process. I had an audition, and then 5 months later they told me I got it. Yeah.
That's pretty much how it goes regularly, I suppose.
Not really, but I just auditioned for it, and before 30 Rock, I'd probably done about 17, 18 movies, and I thought the script was really good. And then after I auditioned, I think they said I was one of the top 2 choices or the top choice. And then 5 months later, they told me I got it. I got offered another show at the same time, Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip, which was the big Aaron Sorkin show.
Right.
And that was the show everyone was hyping. And people were telling me, do that show, do that show. But I'd have to move back to LA for that, and I'm a New York guy, so, and I want to do 30 Rock. A lot of people were telling me to do the other one, and I chose. It was a pretty easy decision for me to do 30 Rock, and then so it's cool. It's been fun.
Do you consider yourself an actor or a personality? I mean, you have a clearly established, defined comedic personality.
I'm a stand-up comedian. Right. I do a lot of different things. I'm a stand-up comedian first. That's home base for me. I do a lot of acting, and before 30 Rock, I did a lot of, heavy character work, doing the whole chameleon thing, changing my look. I was in, American Splendor, The Wrestler, Dwayne Hopwood, Chapter 27, a lot of movies where it was completely different than what I do on 30 Rock. And even though I look the same as I do on 30 Rock, my stand-up is actually much different than what I do on 30 Rock, even though we look similar.
Who were the big influences of your life as a comedian when you were growing up? Richard Pryor, people often tell me.
I don't know. I'd say probably more people like Hulk Hogan or Tom Jones or Tammy Wynette.
Yeah. Oh, What's New Pussycat? That Tom Jones?
I'm serious though, as far as performers
They're
go.
Fabulous performers.
Not just comedians, but performers. But comics. There was this guy, John Mulrooney. He was a big comic in the 80s. He was one of my favorites. Dave Attell's one of my favorites. Stephen Wright's one of my favorites. Sam Kinison. Lots of different people.
Let me ask you why Tom Jones, who of course the famous singer of What's New Pussycat and the sort of 60s London era, why were you influenced by him? It seems sort of an odd...
incredible charisma and stage performance. I mean, there's more to stand-up. I mean, stand-up is many things. It's joke writing ability. It's coming up with things on the spot very quickly.
It's being able to move on the stage with ease.
But it's also performing. And someone like Tom Jones, I think, is one of the great performers.
Have you ever seen him perform live?
I have, twice.
Yeah, I've seen him too. It's great. Fabulous.
I saw him at the old Irving Plaza. And then a homeless guy who I'm friends with, I know it sounds weird to say that, but homeless people are people, and I talked to him. A friend of mine, Chris,
You took up with you to see Tom Jones?
No, I finished doing a set at the Comedy Cellar in the Village. This is about 10 years ago, and it's like 3 in the morning. I'm sitting in my car getting ready to go home. He knocks on my window, and he's like, "Hey man, Tom Jones is just stopped into Terra Blues, tiny little jazz club on Bleecker Street." And sure enough, Tom Jones was in there. Looked like he was pretty loaded, and he was singing with the house band, just jamming. And
oh
it did
my
like
God!
45 minutes, and it was awesome.
I would love to have
There was
seen
about
it.
20, 30 people there.
That's
and
surely
as soon as he got off stage, somehow 30 chicks showed up, and he was just swarmed by all of them.
Swiveling the
I didn't
hips.
see any women in the room, and all of a sudden they just showed up out of nowhere. Yeah, it was
and
awesome.
he's 75 years old now or something, but the baits still go for him.
He was in his 60s then, probably.
but still a magnet.
Yeah, but yeah, he's a great performer, you know, and a great talent, I think. Yeah. So
now they tell me also that you are a big ping pong champion or something like that.
Well, yeah,
you're the world champion pretty much everything you
every
do.
Sport, let's face it. But no, I'm a big supporter of ping pong or table tennis, as they call it in the Olympics. You can call it whatever you want; it's the same sport.
Right.
But yeah, it is an official sport, and it is a real sport, and one of the most highly skilled sports. And so yes, I do play. And
I understand the Olympic team, American team, wanted you to be in London playing for them. But
well, I'm banned from the Olympics because I naturally have too much testosterone in my body.
Right.
And even though it's not illegal substances, it's off the charts.
Right.
So
So there'd be a doping issue if you were there.
Yeah, you know, I'm not doping, but you know.
The hats. You're well known for the hats that you make yourself. The trucker hats.
Well, these I don't make.
Really?
You know, this says world champion in the language
Braille,
of Braille.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So these were given to me at world championships. But hats I wear in 30 Rock, I make those.
You make those yourself. So you're a haberdasher.
Yeah, but these are given to me.
These are gifts from fans.
No, from the World Championship Karate Committee.
Oh, I see. So every time you win, you get a hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, how did you start making hats for yourself? Just sort of.
Well, I was, you know, I started making my own hat. It's weird, you know, the whole hat thing's so weird because I was making my own, you know, trucker style hats back in the early 90s, way before they became trendy. And I know they're not trendy anymore. And so many times people think.
Well, you ride away for a bit.
But people think. When I first started wearing them, there were people that used to call me racist for wearing a trucker hat because they're like, and they're the ones who are bigoted because they're like, well, only rednecks wear trucker hats, so this guy's got to be a racist because all rednecks are racist, which isn't true at all. I mean, redneck is technically a derogatory term as well.
Indeed.
And then when it became trendy, everyone was asking me where I get my hats.
Right.
And then now it's not trendy, and every once in a while I still get some idiots coming up to me, you know, thinking, oh, this guy thinks he's all cool, doesn't realize that's out of fashion anymore. I never did anything to be.
Yeah, well, you were the one who set the fashion. That's what they didn't realize. They walk by and they give you like this, hey, redneck.
You know, so it's like, you know, I do what I do.
Yeah.
I mean, in the 80s, when I was a kid in the 80s, these were the trucker type hats with the, you know, the foam and the mesh in the back were the only kinds you can get. You know, and instead of wearing someone else's label like Nike or something, I'm like, you know, I come from an art background too. I'm like, I'll just start making my own hats. So I got these blank hats and started making my own. So I've been doing that over 15 years.
Perfect.
And my cranium is rather large, so other hats don't fit my head as well. So that's why I chose these.
Listen, necessity is the mother of invention, as you know.
Yeah.
So there you are. All right, stick around with us, and I want to get a little gossip, a little the hot affairs that are happening this summer. Stephanie, can you fill us in on, give us a little taste of the love bug?
All right, well, I have 3 hot hookups to tell you about. And first up is Katie Couric. Not only does she have a new television show coming out this fall, she has a new boyfriend. She is dating financier John Molnar, and the two came out at a party in the Hamptons this weekend. And sources say they looked happy and very much in love.
She has a reputation for going after younger men, right? How old is Katie?
Well, Katie is 55, and her last boyfriend, Brooks Perlin, was 17 years younger than she was. But this guy's a little more age appropriate. He's 49. And, you know, like I said, these two looked very, very much together.
You've never dated Katie Couric, have you, Judah?
No.
Because you'd be in her age range at one point, right? 40, what'd you say, you're 43? 43.
What's age appropriate? I don't know what that means.
That's right, yeah. I'm age blind.
You're age blind?
Yes. Hello, Katie. If it doesn't work out, I'm here. What else do you have for us, darling?
Well, next up, Yankee shortstop Derek Jeter. So he dated Minka Kelly for 3 years until they broke up last fall. But he was spotted out with Ralph Lauren model Hannah Davis in the tour at Meatpacking District nightclub Double 7 on Monday, and spies there said they were flirting, having a great time, and sitting very close.
There's an actual nightclub called 007?
Double 7.
Oh, Double 7.
Yes.
I thought he was making a joke of 007. My spies
That would
there.
be actually a great name for a nightclub.
You know it.
I would hang out there.
All right, and give us one more little blooming romance this summer.
Blooming romance. Well, Ivana Trump. Now, she's known for dating a string of Italian studs. And this one, the latest guy, no different. His name is Marco Antonio Rota, and friends like him for a couple of reasons, one of which is that he's age appropriate. Now, Ivana is 63, and he is 55.
Really?
Yeah.
And Ivana in the past has dated a much younger man.
She's dated much younger men. Yeah, she's dated a couple of Italian playboys, one actor, but this guy they think could be husband number 5.
I think this one's gonna last.
You think so?
You think it's gonna last?
Good feeling?
I just have that feeling.
Well, they're like together and partying together in Saint-Tropez right now, and they recently went to a party, and he serenaded her in front of all of their friends with a love song.
I know, and there's a picture of, isn't he wearing one of Judah's hats down in Saint-Tropez on the yacht?
That and a white suit, head to toe.
Did you know that? That your hats may not be popular here anymore, but they're popular around Saint-Tropez.
Yeah, no, they are collector's items.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love the one you have on. Yeah, that's gorgeous. Yeah. Now, do you have any hot hookups to tell us about? Are you working on anything this summer?
I actually just got divorced from the Princess of Italy.
Really? Why didn't we report
How
on
old was
that?
she?
I don't know. What's that?
Was she older? Was she super cougar?
She was 85. She was 85.
You're planning to run for president, someone tells me?
Yeah, I think I might announce it tomorrow.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah.
And for any particular reason?
Well, I think this country needs a leader, you know. I'm not going to have a vice president.
No.
This country needs a leader, not a backup leader or someone who's afraid something might happen.
It's extraneous, a vice president.
Yeah, and I just found out, it's kind of breaking news, but next week it looks like Obama and Romney are both going to endorse me for president.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Sorry, I got tripped up there. It's just very big news.
No. Well, I appreciate that.
Scoop!
Call the editor. I think we need to remake the front page of the paper
the
tomorrow.
cover.
Yeah. Snoop Dogg changed his name to Snoop Lion. Do we have any comment on that?
Yeah, well, no, I think it's about time he did. You know, I actually was telling him to change that a few years ago, and I'm glad he finally listened to me. So
he kind of. If you were a rapper, what would your name be? Judah, maybe Friedlander, maybe.
No, well, I used to be a rapper. You know, it was a little too hardcore to say on this, but
I see. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll leave it at that. Judah, listen, you're.
Nut.
Yeah.
So, you know.
All right, Judah Friedlander, you're a charming guest. Thank you very much for being my guest here on Name Check.
Thank you.
A pleasure.
We'll hang out later.
Yeah, it's the 4th hookup this summer, so you know that, right?
I'm
Karate chopper. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. Name Check. I'm Michael Riedel. We'll see you next week.